All right, so I want to walk you quickly through the DJ Success OS. So it's OS stands for operating system, and this is kind of like the first version. It'll keep evolving as I go through making changes to it. But basically, I want to kind of give you a bit of an indication of what it can look like. So this is obviously I've already spent some time on this, but if you had first logged into it, you would end up to interface where you'd start the process and you start editing and adding your profiles. Your profile so you'll end up to a page sort of like a little bit like pretty much exactly as this. I put that it takes 15 minutes. It shouldn't take you 15 minutes to fill this out. You probably have all this information handy, so it should take a lot less than that. But I just put it just to maybe set the expectation. This is the only bit where you have to fill things out, and it'll make sense once you see what it does through it. So you put in your details. You put things like your website, your Google review link, and things like that. Any information about packages. So I've just put some sample ones here. You can add as many packages here, some add-ons, policy deposits, payment terms, etc. And then sort of explain what you do. I've just made some mock-up stuff you can do. You can open up. So I've only got it set for weddings, but you could turn on for corporate and private events as well, and keep completing that information. Then you talk about your voice, your tone of voice, so you can add some phrases here that you might identify you ideally in words that you want to avoid, and then put some proof, like so if you've got quotes from past customers, venues that you've played, and if you want to do some stories as well, you can do those in there, put some of those stories in there. And then you're pretty much done. Then once you've done that, then you don't have to kind of fill this out ever again. You can always go back through and edit it. But the cool thing about it is that once you've done that, you can go to you can just go to the top link here, and go and get some gigs. And these are the ones that I've already set up, but you can also go and add new inquiries. So if I wanted to add a brand new one, I'd go through that. But I won't bore you through that. I'll use one of these that I've set up already. So the cool thing about it is that you can set it to different stages. So right now it's set to 1, but you could have it as if they're brand new, if you've replied to them, or if you've got to follow up with them, if they're won or lost, whichever way. So it's kind of like a mini CRM, which will help you manage things as well here. And the cool thing about it is that as you go in through these stages, you can then create different sort of bits of content. So for example, you can draft a reply to a question or something that they've sent you. You can change, by the way, the options of the tonality and your spelling. If you're in the UK or the US, you can change them accordingly. And then you can go, for example, if I want to generate a proposal, you click that and it'll start generating the proposal based on the information that you've given it at the start. So at the start, I'll go back to that in a second. It'll show you what it does, what it will ask you for. But yeah, basically based on that, it'll create some content. It'll sit here as the proposal, and it'll give you, then you can fill that out. If it doesn't have it in there already, it'll fill it out. So for example, I just got that, but if you had more information, then it would actually fill that out for you as well. So it gives you a pretty concise sort of ready to go copy and paste proposal. You can always edit it if you want to. You can make some changes here and then save it and keep it there when you're ready to send it. So yeah, it creates all this information for you. So like I said, if you do a brand new one, you would just fill out as much information about the inquiry, and then for example, you might call it like Jim and Jane or whatever it is, whoever is doing the inquiry, and then you'd keep that as a draft and then keep moving it through those stages, so you can see how you can move them across and whatnot. And then if you go back to your today, it'll show you what's in your pipeline, what's booked, what is due today, and whatever. So you can go and do that as well. Which brings me to the document side as well. So you would have, if you're familiar with the DJ Success Kit, you would have seen that I've got all of that in here as well. So you can create these service agreements, proposals, service menu. All this stuff can be built based on the information you've already provided. So that works really well. And then you've got other stuff for content. So if you need to create brand new content, you've got all of that as well here. And like I said, you can always go back to the settings and make those changes when you need to. So these are very, very quick overview, but if you want to check it out, jump in. It's well worth it. So hope to see you inside.